Welcome to another edition of Rugghead by the River. If it's your first time here, welcome. Kick back and relax and enjoy the Arma Granite Grom. Oh, front flip. What's up, boys? So I haven't run this thing in a while, but I got a babysitter. So, trim's off. Not anymore. So anyway, the Mojave motor with the motor mount and pinion, the 22 tooth, is a success. Successfully gotten the Typhoon Grom, the stock Typhoon Grom, to a consistent 60 miles an hour. And then with the China battery, China Hobby Lines, it gets another mile an hour. So I don't know if it gets a bitter pull. It's just peeling out literally the whole way through. So we're going to have to work on that. Part of the reason I had to come out here, I had to, go out and do some testings. And then you have to go think about the results and what they mean. And that's kind of what this place is for me. It's a place where I get to empty my thoughts and talk out loud to you guys. Maybe get some good suggestions in the comments. I'm talking to some of these guys in the forums with these Typhoon Groms, and they're kicking like spur gears that are in the 40s. And I'm like, what are you doing? But I guess they're all running, 1010 castles. So, they can do the low gearing. They got all that horsepower up there. But maybe it's torque. They got more torque down low. I'm trying to wind mine out, though. I want to get that 50,000 RPMs and be like a Lamborghini, man. Just whining. I want it screaming at me. So I got the 22 tooth is a good one, man. It's an easy swap. Most people that love these Groms, they went out and got a Mojave because they didn't want a Granite. I don't know why not. These things are awesome. If you grew up in the 90s, man, this is a kick-ass truck. I grew up in the 80s, but I'm just saying, I have a kind of money and time to be trying to put together an RC10T because, honestly, compared to modern stuff, they're not even that good anymore. But, back in 1992 or whatever, that was the best thing you could even think of. I miss this thing. Tires are getting a little worn out, so I got some new tires on deck. Probably going to do a tire review. And then, talk about my favorite tires. Because if I like the tires, I'll buy a new set. If I don't like the tires, man, you're dead to me, bruh. You're a waste of money. So I want to do a tire review for the Grom, but I really want to do a Proline Badland review because, they come unglued, but they're not bad after you re-glue them. And I did break one of those 10-spoke rims, so I ended up boiling off 2 of the Prolines just to save the tires, and I'm going to try to throw those on some cheapies. Maybe these D-Boots, man. Put some D-Boots rims on a Proline tire, man. Have the ultimate custom setup. That sounds like a plan. Make a cool video out of that. I don't think anybody's doing that on YouTube. They're a different generation, man. Different breed. Look at that. This thing hauls butt, dude. This is like literally half trigger You don't believe me? What? So the steering servo's working. Still saving the servo. Or the new servo saver. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out. The V2s are, they work. They're cheap. And they're small. So if you're still running a Spectrum SX110, I suggest you invest in the V2 servo saver, 21.2 servo saver, because there aren't too many out there available at 21.2. And it's a good little servo saver, man. I'm beating the heck out of it. I've gone through a few of them, but oh. Nice. Look at that. This thing's cool. Back end's bouncing. I noticed that, so I might have to do something with that. I know when I'm upgrading the Typhon, I'll be having those aluminum Arma shocks, so maybe we'll build some custom shocks out of these green ones. Make some green Arma shocks. That'd be cool. Tell you what, if you got a Granite, man, it's worth throwing your 223S system in here and just checking it out and just trying it out once or twice, man. If you don't like it, you can always throw it back in your Typhon, but man, this thing just sick. And it hooks up. Look at that. Ooh! This is a rough track, boys. I can't wait for I find a local track I can race this indoors and just freak everyone out. You know, practice night and just go in there and dominate with a freaking Granite Grom. They'll probably get mad at me because I'm tearing up the track. Woo. Wheelie. Wheelie gang. I think I talked about stretching the track out, man. Because she's getting too fast, man. There are no straightaways anymore. There used to be a straightaway. Oh, there's the jump. I was talking about making that jump. Like, purpose-built jump. Not an accidental jump. Whoa. Nice. Servo saver working. Rooster tailing. See how wide that thing gets? Oh. Oh no. Speed wobbles. Here we go. Sun's going down, guys. I don't know how well this come up, man. I'm just going to keep riding until I can't see the truck anymore. I got 3 more batteries in my pocket. So we'll see. I got a babysitter till 8 o'clock, man. Gotta get it while the getting's good. Getting high. Oh yeah, I was looking into some phone holders that are like designed for remote controls. So I might make a video on that, how to mount a phone to your Arma remote, your SLT2. Because right now I think everyone's just kind of custom making them. And this one's not great, but I have some ideas on building a better one, that's for sure. My dad was really into cameras. He's got camera equipment coming out of his, and I grew up with all that stuff. Linking them together, and boom sticks, and tripods, and light meters, and all that. I think my laps are getting faster. What do you guys think? I need to hit the brakes there. Let's see if I can hit the brakes. No. Whew. Then I'm going into the dip too fast, see? It doesn't work that well. No traction. Time for some new Crowline Badlands. Why is there no traction, Rugghead? I don't know. Probably because I'm rooster tailing the entire lap. And we're sandpapering those guys down, man. Woo! My front tires are pretty bald too, man. So that's what I mean. I want to do a tire review. Because, whoa, that was cool. I'm really happy with this setup. And I don't think there's a lot of people out there trying mismatched tires on their Granite Grom. But bad lines in the back and some Mohawk D-boots in the front. Man, you get a good combination there. Oh, low voltage. Let's pause it. I'm back. Battery number 2. It says there's not enough light for super steady, so I apologize. The sun's going down, guys. So right now I'm racing the... Is my steering turned down? Yeah. Okay. I turned the throttle down because my ESC is getting a little warm. But speaking of which, if you watched my gearing up video, I pulled the 21 tooth out of my Typhon and threw in a Mojave 22 tooth in there. Got an extra 2 miles an hour out of it. But now I'm sitting on a 21 tooth. And this guy's got a 22. But she run a little hot sometimes when I race, so maybe it's worth trying the 21 tooth because, you know, I'm not speed running this guy like I used to now that I got the Typhon. I don't need to be going 60 miles an hour with the monster truck tires on there. And she's probably due for some bearings, man. I ain't gonna lie. I've already busted out a couple bearings. But I'm really looking forward to these other builds I got. So I got a Typhon I'm speed running. And I got a brand new Granite. I'm going to turn into a Shelf Queen. Super trophy truck. Be the sickest Granite you ever seen. But and then all the leftover parts that I don't use are going into this one. So this one's getting a complete makeover. Oop, caught something. That was cool. Yeah, there's still some rocks out here, man. You see that rock? Oop, wrong way. So that was a good thing. I love driving my Typhon now. I can actually do speed and not have to like set the truck up to come race again, you know, because I was doing that twice a day. I go out and test it for speed and then have to go put the racing shocks on there and change tires and to come out here, you know. And I'd run the 3S for speed running, and I'd save the 2S because I have 4 2S. Ooh, look at that rock kicked up. I have, you know, 4 2S batteries that I don't know what to do with, so I'll just race them out. And it's cool when I get a chance to come down here. The kids are out of school right now, so I had to get a babysitter. I usually come down here in the morning after I drop the kids off before I get to work. I'll come down here, you know, listen to the morning news. get a walk. I usually walk down here with my backpack. And by the time all my batteries die, I've walked home. And I sit down and work while I do some stretching and yoga and whatever. Of course, I gotta water my garden and feed my fish and do all the other responsibilities, but for the most part, that's my life. And I've always had a lot of hobbies. I used to drag race. I used to have a Jeep, 55 Willys Jeep with a 327 Corvette small block in there, and 327's bad, man. That thing would do like wheelies practically. So I got a lot of experience with this gearing thing. It's not like I'm a noob. I was a professional bike mechanic for like 8 years, for crying out loud. That's bicycles, not motorcycles. But gears are really important when you're dealing with mountain bikes and road bikes and whatever. Gears are really important when you're dealing with Jeeps. You have to figure out your tire size and your axle. So my Jeep had 556 rear end on that thing, and I was running a 465 transmission with a granny gear. So it was getting like super low. And but with the 32-inch tires or whatever I had, 33-inch tires, man, it wouldn't go any faster than like 50 miles an hour. So you'd get on the freeway, you'd be the slowest guy on the freeway, and you'd have big rigs passing you up, man. So I got, 35-inch tires. But, that starts stressing out the other stuff. But it was a fun little Jeep, man. Just think about putting an overdrive unit in there. They had some old, but I didn't want to do that because back then they were using those old overdrive, and I don't want to, be dependent on a 60-year-old part that hadn't been rebuilt. But good old days. I was in the shooting for a while. Fish keeping. Have a couple colonies of shrimp. I was selling shrimp professionally to pet stores and whatnot. Oh, there we go. So I was a fish supplier, and then I was doing numismatics professionally. Still do that. Oh, come on. What's going on there? Something locked up, boys. Is it a rock? It is a rock. Get out of there. There we go. Got sucker. Man, there's so many perfect rocks out here. They're like little pyramids. Little like, half-inch pyramids that just fit perfectly in those rear tires, man. And it just locks up the whole system. Woo. Flaring it up. Truck's still coming in. It's getting dark. See how good the camera is with the low light. Ooh. Racing at Dusk. That's going to be the title of this video. Or maybe the next battery. Racing at Dusk. Rugghead at the river. Midnight Club. I'll race out here with my headlights, man. I'll go turn my car around, put the headlights on. Woo. It's alright. I still got 2 batteries. What should I do? I don't want to store them fully charged. Gotta use them up. So I was looking at servo savers. Spectrum's sending me a new one. Well, they've been sending me a new one for like 2 months now. Let me change batteries. Battery 3. So that's the thing with Arma. It's getting dark quick, guys. Let's see if it comes in. It's a good screen test right now. If we can film Rugghead by the river when it's dark outside. But yeah, they said they were going to send me a steering servo under warranty. But, you know, it was back ordered until May or something. And then it was the same thing with the Typhon body. I wanted to get a Typhon body. Oh, and paint it green. I haven't seen any good green Typhons out there. But I'm gonna match up the granite and the, you know, so they're both the exact same. Get a clear granite body and for the shelf. Still bash this guy. My kids were racing this morning. They loved it. I should have recorded them, man. They're learning, you know. One of my kids drove it underneath the bleachers. But, you know, other than that, it worked out really well. Proud of them. They're learning. Ow. That's a hard slap bottom. That's what people be doing to their Typhons all day. Slapping it. Taking the skate park, you're going to be slapping that chassis, man. Do not like it. I know they're designed to slap the chassis, but I'm not a fan of chassis slapping. I want some stronger shocks is what I want. Oof. Some cushier tires. Oof. It's getting cold, boys. I don't know, the sun goes down, man. It gets real cold real quick. It is, mid-March. So, tail end of winter, beginning of spring, depending on the groundhog. I don't know, did the groundhog see his shadow? Do they even do that anymore? Did the woke people take it away as animal cruelty? Who knows? That was one of the best movies of all time, though. Groundhog Day. What is Groundhog's Day? February 2nd, I think? Off the top of my head. You know, I'm 45 years old, man. I grew up before the Google, so you actually had to memorize stuff when I was a kid. You just have a phone and look it up. Ow. It's getting dark. Still coming in, though. We got one more battery, man. That's what we're going to do. Drive until the sun goes down. That's cool. That body's like flopping around. I need to make a new body for sure. Oh. There we go. Aye. Oh. Ooh. Gotta correct that. Till the sun goes down. Having a babysitter is awesome, man. If you don't have one, I suggest you go get one. You know, she's cool. Kids like playing with her. She cooks. So sometimes she cleans dishes and stuff. I just want her playing with my kids. I'm like, dude, my kid's been lonely since COVID, man. You know, kids just aren't friendly anymore. They're always distrustful because their parents are so distrustful. Back when I was a kid, you'd be like, hey, hi, my name's Rugghead. Can I come inside your house? Can I get a glass of water? You go up to a total stranger maybe a neighbor or something, and just be like, my parents are at home. Can I use your phone? You know? Can I get a drink of water out of your hose? You know, just ring the doorbell. Oh, and I would always ask them that. Like, hey, can I get a drink of water out of the hose? And if it was a lady, they were always really nice. Oh, no, let me get you a glass of water, sweetie. And they'd put ice in it. But I'd always be like parched and walking home, you know, from school, 5 miles, whatever it was, crazy. Felt like 5 miles. Man, I was walking home in first grade, man. I don't even know my address. My dad would just like draw me a map on a post-it note. I figured I did like 3 months of Boy Scouts, so I knew how to read a map or something. I don't know. But I didn't get kidnapped. Oh, that's good. Even though that's all you saw in the commercials back then. Remember that? It was like stranger danger and watch out for the vans with no windows and the creepy guys that hang out at the kids park and offer you chocolate. Yeah, that was it. Dared, stay off drugs, mad, mothers against drunk driving. Yeah, Reagan years. Good stuff. Well, we're kind of in the Reagan years right now. It's like the same thing. They're going against drugs. Gotta get this fentanyl off the streets. And, I think Trump pretends he's a Reagan. I can see that. There's nothing wrong with having an extra Reagan in the house. I know a lot of people aren't happy with that. The environmentalists and whatnot that don't want to burn oil, but don't mind burning Teslas. That's weird. Anybody else understand that one? Tell me in the comments how you're trying to save the earth by burning lithium batteries. On purpose. Yeah. The party of peace and joy won't let you drive the car that you worked hard to, you know. Anyways, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, get a Toyota. Bro, you do know Toyota's over here too now working with Trump. So, what are you going to do? Get a Volkswagen? An actual Nazi car? These guys. Anyway, it's hard living in California. It's hard being 45 and just living in California your whole life and watching it just go into the shithole, you know. We were like the West Coast Miami Vice. And now LA is just like worse than, I don't know. It really started when they were letting all the homeless people just camp out at the Staples Center for like 10 years. They didn't police it. They just let them all. So all the homeless people, when it would get cold, would come to sunny LA and go sleep in the shade of the stadium. Whatever. Good times. Do I have another battery? I think I do. I do. Is this another stuck rock? Well, even though I got another battery, I don't see this thing on the camera anymore. Thanks for enjoying the sunset with me, guys. See you on the next episode of Rugghead at the River. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel and like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and in the comments, and let's try to grow this community. You hear the river? So nice out here. Look at that. Well, good night, guys.